Hi y'all, it's Charlene from the Craftyartshack, and we're back here today with another challenge video. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, so let's get on with the crafts. Let's go! Here we go with DIY number 1. Alright, for our first video, our first project I should say, comes to us and the inspiration came from and I just screwed up. Boy, trying to get back into the swing of things is something else. Anyway, let me get back to this. Our first project is inspired by simply cheap and easy DIYs, home decors and crafts. So go check out their channel because they're doing some awesome stuff over there. And they are the ones I drew inspiration for this project from. Now here's a picture of their sleigh that they did, and here's our sleigh that we already have. And you guys, I apologize for any lighting problems, camera setup, and for the mic being adjusted and everything. I haven't got everything set up from the move yet, but I wanted to get y'all a video out here. So we're going to take our sleigh, and we got this rub-on transfer off of Amazon, and we are going to add it to the sleigh. And here it is added to the sleigh. Now what I'm doing is I'm going back through. Now all of this came in one packet off of Amazon, and I'm trying to pick something that would look good for up here at the top of the sleigh that will match what I have on the sleigh. So I'm looking for 2 of these, and unfortunately I don't think I found them. I ended up putting something else up there. But anyway, that's what I'm doing, is I'm looking for different things to fit up there. And I cut all these apart ahead of time so that I would know what I wanted. Pull them out and so I can look at them individually is what I'm trying to say. Boy, I tell you what, not having everything set up and still living out of boxes and trying to get everything in place for Thanksgiving and do everything I've been doing. And you'll see some of that in this video because there's some projects that had to get done that were commitments that was made before we got, before my husband and I found out that we could get this house. So anyway, needless to say, I'm going to go through this stuff and find a piece to put on up here, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I ended up finding 2 little pine cones, and then I'm going to use those holly leaves right there. I put down 1 pine cone first, and then I put the holly leaves over the top of that one. And these rub-on transfers are very, very sticky, and they once you put them down, you better know where you want them. Yep, because they are sticky. And yeah, and they're even hard to get off of the backing paper off of them until you figure out how to get it off. Yeah. Oh man, am I making a mess of this video. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is something else. But anyway, I took and got all the decals rubbed on, and then I'm going to put my gloves on because y'all know I don't like to get this stuff on me. And I'm going to take some of that gold rub and buff, put it on the back of one of my gloves. And I put it on the back of my glove because you don't want to get it on anything, because once you get it on there, it's on. It does not come off. Now I had some spots where the paint pulled up from the sleigh. Now Beth did paint these sleighs white before I even started working on them. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking that rub and buff and I'm going around and adding it to all the edges of the sleigh to make it look rustic and elegant at the same time. And so I'm going to go over every edge. Now Beth is with Pearl Treasure Designs. If you haven't seen her channel, go check her out because she does some awesome work over there. And she is a really good friend of mine. So go check her out. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add some extra embellishments. Now this is one of those little snowflakes that you get from the Dollar Tree, and this is one of the clear ones. I got one of those, and then this is one of their 3D snowflakes, and what I'm doing here is I took it apart and used parts of it on another project that I did. And what I'm doing here is I'm cutting the post off of this because this is what was left over. Now I'm looking for my wire cutters. Now you guys, everything's everywhere. I'm trying to find stuff as I'm doing this video, and I apologize for this. So once I got the pliers and cut that piece off, now what I'm going to do is restack those, add some hot glue back to them, and then I'm going to take and glue this onto the sleigh. Now, I believe I'm looking for the DAP glue at this point. I couldn't find it, so I went back to the hot glue. If you are making this permanently, then you need to use a better glue than just hot glue, because that will pop off of there. But for video purposes, that's what you want to do. I did go back and add DAP glue to this later on, and we will see the rest of this one at the final reveal. Now today's video is the recreation inspiration. It happens every month on the 8th day of the month at 5 p.m. Central Time, which would be 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And this month's co-host is Jackie from Crafting and Mimi's World. And both Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and myself here at the Craftyartshack host this every month. If you'd like to join, if you're a crafter and you would like to join, get in touch with one of us over on Instagram. And you can find me at Craftyartshack on Instagram. You can also find Amanda at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun on Instagram, and send us a message and we'll get you started in this video. So all the links are going to be in the description box below, and also the link to the playlist is in the description box below, along with all the items needed for these crafts are located in that description box. So go check them out, because all of these people that are joining in on this are awesome and they are doing great work. So go check them out. All right, here we go with DIY number 2. So our next channel is good that we got inspiration from is Gazelle. Now he made these drums that are Dollar Tree drums. Now Beth took these, she helped me out on some of these projects. These are some of the things we were committed to for the Avonlea Mall that we said we would make, and so we were making some drums. So what this is this is one of those buckets that, and I'm going to show you in a few minutes. This is one of those buckets that came from the Dollar Tree that was for Halloween. You see all the Halloween stuff on the inside of it, and then the lid was painted purple. I started to paint it, which is what you saw me doing in the first one, and then I decided, oh, I got white contact paper, so let me use that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out my contact paper, trace it out, and trace out the lid in a circle, and then cut it out. Now once you get it cut out, you just peel the backing off and stick it on top of this, and this goes really fast. Now if you don't have contact paper, you can use the white craft paint and paint the top of this. It's going to take a couple of coats, but because I'm living out of boxes, that wasn't going to go fast enough for me in what I needed to do, and I didn't have the place to put all this stuff out yet. And if I waited until I got my craft room together, y'all wouldn't see videos until June of next year. This is going to be a work in progress, I can tell you, because my husband wants this thing to look pretty, and he doesn't want to see stuff hanging from the ceiling. And I got enough stuff to hang from the ceiling. So I've got to make it pretty like he wants it. And he went and bought me a beautiful desk, and I have so much more crafting space. I am so grateful. Anyway, we're going to glue that down. Now for the drum part of itself, we're going to take some of this ribbon that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and we are going to glue it at an angle, and you'll see what I'm talking about right here. And what you do is you put it down, and then you bring it down, and then you're going to glue it down at the bottom, and then you're going to come back at the top. Now you can make a V like this, or you can go ahead and cut it. I ended up going ahead and cutting it because it made it easier and quicker to work with, rather than trying to take and fold it and get all the folds right and everything. So you're just going to continue doing this all the way around the drum until you get back to the other side. And then when you get done, this is what it should look like. So I'm counting how many I have because I'm going to need to go and get me some of, or I'm going to tell y'all how many strips you need. You need, I believe it was 12 strips at 4 inches long is what they were. And so I'm going to put the lid back on, check and make sure everything's going to look right. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these berries that are gold off of this because these always fall off. Never fails. I find them all over the floor. All this Christmas stuff I've been working on, I find them all over the floor. So I just pick them up and save them. And I pull them off and I'm going to go and put each one on in its place. And I'm put one at the top, one at the bottom on every part of the V's. And you'll do this all the way around. Then the next thing I did is I went and got me another one of those rub-on transfers. And you want to be careful when you're pulling these off. Don't go fast like I did because I tore it in half. But if you lay it back down, it works. So then I'm going to rub on this rub-on transfer. And these are so sticky that it started pulling up my contact paper as well. So start from, like if it does, lay it back down very carefully and then put your thumb down and pull the plastic off of it and try to pull from the center of your drum, like I'm doing right here, down towards the outside. Don't pull from the outside in because that'll try to lift up your contact paper. So after I get that on there, then I'm going to add some other embellishments. And I'm going to go over this and make sure everything's down. There's no bubbles in it or anything like that. Now, I had a spot where that pulled off the glue. So I'm going to take my gold rubbing buff and I'm going to go all the way around this. And you know, I got to put those gloves on because I don't want to get this stuff on my hands. And I'm putting my gloves on like the doctors in the house. So anyway, you know how they put them on and they snap them in the movies like, here I come, I'm ready to get you. Anyway, I'm going to take this rub and buff and I'm going to go over the spots where it pulled that off. And then I decided to go all the way around the edge of this drum with this. Then the next thing I did is I made me a little shoestring bow and added it right over the red bow that was on top of that rub-on transfer. Yeah, that's what it is. And we'll see the rest of this one at the final reveal. Now here we go with DIY number 3. Our next project is inspired by our shabby cottage. She did this with a mirror and some frames. I couldn't find the mirror and the frames, but what I did find is these clipboards from the Dollar Tree. Or no, I found the clipboards at the thrift store, and I found 3 of them, and they were only, I think, $1.99, and because it was green tag, they were half off that day. So I only paid 99 cents for these clipboards. And they already had the clip piece on them and the hangers on the back and the stands on the back. Beth and I needed to make some signs for our booth. So that's what I'm doing. And our shabby cottage made these and put pictures of family members and stuff on them. Or said that's what you could do with them. But instead, we're going to make signs. Now, what I'm doing is I have to get that DAP glue, and this thing, I haven't used it in a couple of weeks, and it is a booger to use, and it is hard to get open. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to find pliers to get this thing open. Now, here I am back with my pliers, and you guys, I couldn't get this one open. I had to go get my other bottle of the DAP glue, but you got to use the DAP glue. I ended up using the Fix-All glue from the Dollar Tree. And you need that because this does not want to stick to that metal piece. So what you need to do in order to make this lay flat, you need to stick a stick, or I use my scissors. Now I put some of that Fix-All glue between these vintage cutouts that I got off of Temu, and I glued them to the snowflake. Now I'm going to take and Fix-All glue the snowflake onto the mirrored clipboard, and you guys, these turn out absolutely gorgeous. Now because that clip has a hole in it, I put a piece of paper behind that, because if that Fix-All glue drips, I don't want it to drip onto my mirrored clipboard. And I'm going to set these aside and let them dry, and I'm going to do this for all of them. Now we'll see those at the final reveal, but here we go with DIY number 4. Yeah, we got more than 3 this time. Now my next project is inspired by Mia Cottage Crafts, and if you haven't seen her channel, go check her out because she's doing some awesome crafts. Here's her horse that she did. Here's our horse that Beth and I found at the thrift store. We've got 2 different ones, and it had a mane on it, and we took the manes off of it. Then we took some pieces of resin that we had already made up and started gluing them to the horses. And we did all of this before we did any paint. And so I'm just showing you all the pictures of them. Now, I was not able to make a video of these, but I sure made sure I got every step that I was doing in here. And we painted them white, and then I went back and glued this trim on and this piece of material on, and I added the tail. Now, the tail is made of mop head pieces and various pieces of material. We added them on, and we'll see the rest of that at the final reveal. Now, I went through that kind of fast, but I wanted to show you that we have been working on lots of projects. And that one I will go in detail because I'm going to have another horse that I'm going to be doing, and I'll show you how I did every step for that. But let's get on with DIY number 5. My next DIY comes from Isaac Alexander's Christmas Tutorials. He does awesome work. If you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. He made this birdhouse, gingerbread house. Beth and I were asked to make a gingerbread house for Avonlea Mall. Well, we weren't asked to make a gingerbread house. We were asked to fill the cart. So Beth took a few video picture clips of us out there at my new house putting this together, and it is, I believe it's 36 by 36, and here's Beth setting up the camera and everything. And this is us after we got it built to this distance. Now the next thing I'm doing is I'm taking and adding trim to the top of this so that we can put it on as our roof. Here's the inside of our gingerbread house where we braced it, and there is where that piece of blinds got added. Now we made all of our candy pieces, and those I went to y'all peep this and channel and saw how they made some of their candies and stuff. And so if you haven't seen that channel, go check it out too. And I made all these different candies to add to the top of the house. Now, this wasn't just me working on this. This was also Beth from Pearl Treasure Designs. Go check her channel out. I'm not sure if she put up any videos over this. Now, those are hair curlers covered with ribbon that came from the Dollar Tree, and these are our pool noodles that we cut into little pieces. Now, it started raining on us, so we had to bring everything in. But we covered the house with some white stuff. I don't even know what it's called that we got from the a garage sale. And we started adding our decorations and stuff to it, and we used a lot of the candies that I just showed you. But you'll see all of that at the final reveal. Now, at this time, we'd like to thank our subscribers. We love you bunches. We appreciate everything you do for this channel. Although the liking, the sharing, and the big thumbs up, and having conversations with us through the comments, we really enjoy all of that, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We wouldn't be a channel if it wasn't for y'all watching. And so we just want to give you a big thanks. Here we go with the final reveal and all the embellishments. Now here we are at the final reveal with our little sleigh that we made. This turned out absolutely gorgeous. And you see all my boxes sitting in the background. I wasn't supposed to be crafting, but I couldn't stand it. I had to get busy doing something. No, I'm just kidding. I needed to do it because we needed to get these in our booth, and we had some of these things that we were committed to doing before I had to move. And there's our little drum. Oh, that just turned out so cute. It's so adorable. And here's some different views of it. And I will be getting everything in order and lined up where we can get better pictures and better videos for y'all. But in the meantime, just bear with me. And look at these beautiful mirrored clipboards. And here's our horse. We added the necklace for his bridle, and it absolutely turned out gorgeous. And then here is the other one that we did. There's also going to be another one that we're going to be doing, and I'll go in more depth with that for you. And I just think these turned out beautiful. Now here's our little house that we did, and there's Beth in the background. And here it is when we delivered it to Avonlea Mall and put it up in the booth. And it is so adorable, you guys. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video. So don't forget to come and join us again. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We'd really like you to. And because it helps our channel out. And share the videos. If you know somebody that would be interested in seeing these, share it with them. Because there's so much more we have to offer. Beth and I opened up the Chic Shack over at the Avonlea Mall. Go check us out because we've got some awesome stuff over there. And also, if you ever want to know what's going on with our channel, go check out our channel lineup on our community tab page. It'll tell you everything that's going on for that week as far as videos and stuff like that goes. So go check out our page. We'd love to have you join our channel and join our family. And if you like our videos, then share them because we really appreciate it.
Awesome. So you guys, if you like this content, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and give us that big thumbs up because it really helps our channel out. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Crafty Art Shack. We'll see you later. Bye.